Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today we have game number 30, first game in a series versus Baltimore. We're coming off a 7-game road stretch where we went 3-4. So not ideal, but I suppose it could have been worse since those two teams were the Yankees and the Red Sox. So today we have two number one starting pitchers, both Hall of Famers going against each other. We have Jim Palmer, who is 4-2, and at Jack Morris, who is 2-4. Morris has definitely been struggling the last 4 starts, so we're hoping against Baltimore here that we can get it turned around. Let's go ahead and get started. Just want to say thank you to everyone who is continuing to follow along. I never thought I'd actually get to 30 games. So if you've been dedicated enough to this point to have watched all 30 games, I really appreciate it. You probably deserve a prize. Unfortunately, you just get to watch game 30 and then game 31 and then game 32. So today, Jack is going. Like I said, he's been on a rough stretch. We are going to be short one lefty, Pat Underwood, who cleaned up the mess from yesterday's game. And here is our lineup versus Jim Palmer and his Fruit of the Loom tighty whities. I did make a couple changes to the lineup. I moved Steve Kemp to the 3rd spot and moved Thompson down. And I put Gary Hancock back in right field for defensive purposes. So let's get the stats up here. Take a look at the lineup. And Baltimore did a couple trades earlier in the season. As you can see, Dave Concepcion is on Baltimore. I believe that's Jeff Burrows, correct? Yeah. So Jeff Burrows must have got traded or signed over with Baltimore. So let's get the game started. Morris is facing off against Glenn Borgman, who is a catcher batting leadoff. That's unusual, right? Let's go ahead and get started. Morris starts the game with a strikeout against Borgman. Right? Wow. A little delay in my processor here for some reason. There we go. Just like I said, a strikeout. And that brings up Al Bumbry with 1 out. Bumbry's going to pop it up on the infield. And that brings up Everyday Eddie, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. And he's got a lazy fly ball to the left. And that takes us to the bottom of the 1st, where we have Sweet Lou leading off against Jim Palmer. Whitaker is going to send the ball to right center for the 1st out. And that brings up Trammell with 1 down. Trammell goes down swinging. So 2 down for Steve Kemp. So changing the lineup did nothing in the 1st inning, but it's early. So top of the 2nd, Jack facing Jeff Burrows. He walks Burrows to get to Ken Singleton, who I believe is an announcer for the Orioles, who would be calling his own 2-run home run as the Orioles take the lead 2-0 off that 402-foot shot by Ken Singleton. Doug DeCinces is to the plate, and he goes down swinging, bringing up John Lowenstein with 1 out. And he grounds out to short. That's 2 down for Phil Garner. Where does Pirates hard cap there. And he's going to ground out to second, and we're through 2. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was the top of the second. So bottom of the second, Carlton Fisk leading off. Fisk pops it up on the infield. So that's 4 straight outs for Palmer. As JT comes up. And that might be a blooper. Might fall in. There we go. Base hit for Thompson. Now we just need a bloop and a blast. As Big Wheel Lance Parrish comes up. And nope. Instead he's going to ground into a double play. So the number 9 hitter, Dave Concepcion. Good fielder, light hitter. Goes down swinging. 3 Ks for Morris. As we get to the top of the lineup with Glenn Borgman, who walks. So that is 1 down with a runner on first for Al Bumbry, who sends a lazy fly ball into center, left center, and that is 2 down for Eddie Murray. And he grounds it to Trammell for the 3rd out. So here in the bottom of the 3rd, I'll pull up Jim Palmer's numbers real quick, and you'll see that he's got 8 starts this year at 4-2. Pretty good ratio. I always thought it was kind of interesting that Palmer's 1974 season was the anomaly in his career. He was 7-12 that year, so I did a little bit of research, and as it turns out, he had a really sore elbow that year, and instead of opting for surgery, he tried to pitch through it, and he lost 8 starts in a row before they finally put him on the disabled list. So even with an elbow issue, he still pitched pretty well. I mean, 7-12 with a 3.27 ERA. I guess for that era, maybe that was a little bit high because he had all those 2 ERAs in between. So, but what is that? 7, 8? That would have been 9 20-win seasons in a row. That's amazing. So Richie Hebner leads off against Palmer, and he goes down swinging for 1 out. Bringing up Dave Stegman, who I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's on a 5-game hitting streak. It's pretty amazing considering where he started from. Stegman hits a fly ball into left center and it drops in. Make that 6 games in a row. Let's see, do I risk going to second with only a 50% chance? Bumbry's got a 73 arm. I'm going to say no. And we're going to give ourselves a chance to get a little bit of a rally going here. We're going to hit and run with Gary Hancock, who had the day off yesterday. And he's going to pop it up on the infield. And I guess we're going to try to steal second with Stegman and possibly get a runner to scoring position. Stegman's safe. And that brings up Sweet Lou, who drives it deep to center. Oh wow, that's a home run to the deepest part of the park. Nice job. So that's the 2nd home run in the year for Sweet Lou. And the game's tied. So Trammell with 2 down is going to ground up to first, and we'll go to the top of the 4th with the game tied at 2. Jeff Burrows leading off the top of the 4th. He goes down swinging. So it's 4 Ks for Morris. And Kenny Singleton, who had the home run in the 2nd inning, gets a base hit. And runner on first with 1 out. I'm going to guard the lines and see if we can't turn a double play here. Won't be necessary as DeCinces pops up to 3rd for 2 down. And Johnny Lowenstein, he's going to smack a base hit to left. And that's going to put runners at first and second. We're going to pull the outfield in to keep Singleton with that slow speed from scoring from second on a base hit, which it won't matter because now we have bases loaded after Morris issues his third walk. So I'm just going to let him pitch to Concepcion. And it's a grounder back to the pitcher, and we're out of the inning. So we leave the bases loaded there, and now we have Kemp leading off the bottom of the fourth. Kemp takes strike 3 for the third strikeout for Palmer. Carlton Fisk to the plate, and he walks. JT, our first hit in the game. I'm going to let him swing away. And he's going to ground out to short. Double play? Yes, it is. So, that's the second double play we've hit into. And we go to the top of the fifth with leadoff hitter Glenn Borgman going down swinging. That's 5 Ks for Morris. That might be the most Ks he's had in a game so far. Al Bunbury with 1 down, hits it to left, and Kemp grabs it for 2 outs. And that brings up Eddie Murray, who grounds it back up the middle for a base hit. And we're looking at the number 4 hitter, Jeff Burrows, with 2 down. And he grounds out to Trammell for the 3rd out. Okay, this game's moving along briskly. Lance Parrish leading off. He grounds it back to Palmer, and that'll be 1 out. And that brings up Richie Hebner. I've been singing his praises, but he's on a cold streak right now as he hits the ball to the warning track and right for the 2nd out. And here's Stegman, now batting .276 versus righties. Nice. But in this case, he grounds out to first, and we're going to the 6th. Morris sort of had the torch passed to him from Palmer, when you think about it, because Palmer was probably the best pitcher in the American League in the 70s, and I believe Morris had the most wins in the 80s. So there's that to factor into. There's 2 down, and John Lowenstein up to the plate. He's going to line out to Whitaker. So both pitchers are putting up zeros right now. Number 9 hitter Gary Hancock. There we go, base hit up the middle. It's good to get that first runner on. And we're going to hit and run with Whitaker, who had the home run to tie the game. Here he's going to bloop it into left center for the first out. So I'm going to sacrifice bunt with Trammell to get Hancock in the scoring position. Trammell was the best hitter on our team, but now his batting average is dipping almost to 300, so let's have him do something productive. And he does sacrifice Hancock over to second. And now let's see if Kemp can get him in. No. Kemp goes down swinging. So now we're in the 7th, and Morris is at 106 pitches. I think he could probably go around 120. I would like to get him the win. I don't want to be greedy with that, but it's fly ball to right. But he needs to kind of get some momentum going. Concepcion grounds out to 3rd, and back to the top of the lineup with Glenn Borgman. His eye is a 90. Maybe that's why he was batting first. Looks like he got hit in the eye with that one. Just hit by a pitch. He's on first. Morris's pitch count is up to 113. Al Bunbury with 2 down. Going to ground out to short. So I would like to try to get the lead here if possible. And we can take Morris out and let our late inning bullpen close the game out. Oh, what do you know? Fisk is safe on an error by the catcher, by Borgman. And so we have a runner at first. Man, I don't want to... I mean, Thompson, all I can do is swing away with him. But, yeah, I'm afraid he's going to ground out. That's a double play right there. Damn. That's the second time he's hit into a double play. And Parrish is going to pop up on the infield. So, I guess we have a decision to make here. We have 2 switch hitters coming up. I guess we're going to play this out and keep Morris on a short leash as Murray grounds out to short. And he's at 121 pitches and he's not even tired. Jeff Burrows takes strike 3 looking for 2 down. And that brings up Kenny Singleton, who's 2 for 3 in this game. And he fires a deep shot to center, and that's the 3rd out. So Morris did get tired on that at bat. I don't know if you saw that or not. So that was definitely his last inning. So we have Hebner up, who's grounding out to first. Dave Stegman, who's our hottest hitter right now, shoots it deep to center, but that'll be 2 down. And I'm going to take out Gary Hancock, who's really in there for defensive purposes. And I'm going to put in Champ Summers. And if he gets on base, I'll replace him with Peters. Guess it won't matter, as Summers grounds out to 3rd. So I think I'm going to take Summers out. I'm going to put in Rick Peters to play right field. He's actually worse, but he does have a better range. So let's see how that works out. And Morris we're going to take from the game. And we're going to bring in... I guess we're going to bring in Dave Tobic. So Doug DeCinces leading off against Tobic. Tobic strikes him out. And that brings up John Lowenstein. I think I made that mistake earlier. And he grounds out to 3rd. And 2 down for Phil Gardner, who goes down swinging. So clean inning there for Tobic. I didn't expect him to do so well, but he did. Palmer in the game, efficient at 94 pitches. So let's see if Sweet Lou can get us on. Yeah, there we go. Takes a walk. So a runner at first, and you know I always hit and run with those 2 guys. And that's a base hit to right. We got first at 3rd. None down in the bottom of the 9th. We have our big home run hitter with Kemp. He's got 5 home runs. All I'm asking is for a sac fly. 3-1. That's going to do it. That should get us the victory. Nice. Lou Whitaker tags up and scores, and we win the first game of the series at home. 3-2. That's pretty exciting. Let's take a look at the box score while that's loading. I just want to let everyone know that this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, on the next 2 days, we will be having 2 baseball card box openings. Tomorrow we're doing 2020 Series 1 tops and 2020 Series 2 tops. And then on Sunday, we will be doing 2020 Topps Allen and Ginter. And so please check back with us this weekend for those. And we'll be back tomorrow also with game number 31. Everyone, have a great night. Thank you.